Shout out to my Facebook friends and my YouTube viewership. Let me go ahead and silence my phone. Make sure that shit don't go off, because niggas have fucked my shit up.
Is it on? What's happening?
Okay. And it's fucked up, because I know our numbers probably dropped on the lives because it's football season. Everybody watching the game.
It's true.
Damn.
Damn.
That's what be happening. Motherfuckers be watching the game. They don't be fucking watching this shit.
Fuck football.
I remember, nigga. I recorded, the pilot of Too Much Game during the Super Bowl?
No shit, huh?
Tune in to the Cat vs. Dog podcast. Fuck
shit.
football.
I recorded during the Super Bowl. Nigga, fuck that game.
Fuck that game.
Nigga, this is the dopest game in town right the fuck here.
Oh, can't with you guys. Turn me up in my headphones, B.
Turn them shits up.
Yeah.
Can you hear yourself?
I can hear myself now. That's much better.
Could you turn me up a little notch too? Hell yeah, there we go. Goddamn it, yeah.
Y'all ready?
Yeah. Or shit, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
I can't speak for both of us and shit. What's going on, Cutting Wayne? What's going on, Andy Gonzalez? What's going on, J-Rock?
Being like just a smidge down.
Smidge.
A smidge in just a smidge.
I see this motherfucking jacket I got.
There we go. That's perfect. Thank you, sir. That's. Why did you sit up like that?
Who, me?
Yeah.
So niggas can see my fucking jacket.
Oh my gosh, you're such a fancy nigga.
Gotta look fly out here.
That's what your fancy
Motherfuckers is watching.
They are watching.
Got to look fly for the niggas that's watching.
Alrighty.
Okay.
What's the word? The word is manifestation.
Yes, that's what I'm here for.
Yeah, we manifesting real nigga shit.
And bags.
You speak real nigga shit, and real nigga shit comes.
And money.
That's gonna be my next
and travel.
In an hour, that's what I'm gonna talk about. Manifestation, the law.
He
of
waiting
attraction.
on you.
Waiting on me?
Yeah,
nigga, let's do it then. Let's do it.
I can't even do it. You are now tuned in to another hilarious, entertaining, real last episode of the Cat vs. Dog podcast with myself, CJ, and my talented, amazing co-host, Young Dolemite. Sir, how are you?
I'm chilling.
You popping?
Yeah, I'm dancing.
If you guys can't hear this music, you're missing out. It's a preview to what we're going to be talking about and discussing today. This is a classic.
Who sing this shit?
Yeah, who sings this, Ben?
Hadaway.
Hadaway?
Yeah.
That a bitch. That's some old one-hit wonder shit.
Well, we don't know that.
If you saw Night at the Roxbury,
yeah, you know
this shit.
My thing, do you know this was a skit on SNL? A very popular skit with Will Ferrell.
That's where the movie came from.
Did it?
Yeah, the movie was a spin-off of the skit.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, when they had Jim Carrey on that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was dope.
Ben, our super producer. How are you, sir?
I am wonderful. How about you guys?
I'm good. How was your weekend? What'd you do?
I went to the movies with my wife.
What'd you guys see?
Saw Queen and Slim.
Wow.
Good movie.
Give a slight overview without telling too much because I haven't seen it yet. But I want to. I'm going on Tuesday. I'm going.
Just to keep it as short as possible, it was the black version of Bonnie and Clyde.
Okay.
But it was different though. So don't think you finna go and watch it and they gonna be robbing banks and all that shit. It's not the exact story.
Miss West made a point on the Breakfast Club to say that it wasn't like that. Like, it's something that when she said this was when I was like, I know it's going to be probably a little heavy. She was like, it could happen to any one of us.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn. That Bonnie and Clyde shit is a choice to go out and rob and all that other shit. She was like, this is some shit that could happen to you. Yeah. And I was like, okay, that means it should hit home for us. So yeah, glad you went out and supported that.
Yeah, my wife cried like a fucking baby.
When you say that, like, that means somebody dies. That means someone fucking dies.
But it was a realistic adaptation. But shit, nah, niggas cry watching all time. Niggas cry watching inspirational movies.
Name another movie.
My Name is Dolemite. Niggas cry watching Ray and
Nigga,
Ray
I
didn't
cried
die.
watching Ray too. No,
But
he
that's what
went
I'm
through
saying.
so much.
Exactly, but that's what I mean. Like,
He went
nobody
through
gotta
so
die for you to
much.
cry in a movie.
Yeah, but the nigga was struck out on drugs, my nigga, and he was blind. Like, it's got to be some serious, dramatic ass shit to get us to get the tears to flowing, my
Man,
nigga.
niggas cry watching a motherfucker win at the end of the movie. Watch a nigga win a championship.
If he
like,
went through a bunch of bullshit. You know,
Exactly.
we're not crying for a nigga who had it easy his whole life and then won at the end. No. I'm sure that nigga went through drug addictions. Mama was beating them. They lost their house. They got evicted. Was living on the street. Like, dramatic ass shit. So if that kind of nigga win at the end, then we feel good.
Exactly.
Nigga ain't crying at the end of Young Dolemite, though. Stop.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah. I cried. I was like, damn, this nigga made it. All this hard ass work. And then he got the movie put in theaters.
I didn't cry.
When he was
dope.
sitting there with the little fat dude, I was like, this shit is the sweetest shit I've ever seen.
Oh my fucking
The little nigga knew all the lines.
Shout out to him.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to him.
Hell yeah. That was a good ass movie. That shit was inspirational. Don't you cry at weddings?
No. Especially
People cry at
hell
weddings.
no.
Motherfuckers cry on the altar.
Good tears.
All right. Well, here's my thing. Them weddings I don't even go to. I'm not gonna get
Motherfuckers
dressed
cry
up for
when
that shit.
babies is born.
Bro, I didn't cry when baby was born.
I didn't cry when Deuce was born, but the No Rules niggas, they cried when their kids was born.
Listen, I cried the next day. I will say that. When I woke up and he was still here, I was like, oh shit.
Wasn't a dream. Ain't this
Got a baby, bitch.
God damn. What about the 9 months you was carrying his ass?
We was rocking and
That's
chilling.
a long fucking dream.
Listen, I had a great pregnancy. I didn't have like no
So when you
terrible
had
stuff.
him, it didn't like hurt and all that crazy shit?
It's not so much that it hurt. This is what I distinctly remember after Bailey being born and coming out, is her trying to give him to me. And he had all that gunk on him. And I was like, wash him off, please.
Ain't that
And
some
then
shit?
bring him back over here. And so his dad and my mama washed him off.
That's
and
your
then-
juices.
I don't give a damn. They've been marinating for 9 months. That shit is spoiled.
That came out of you.
Hey.
That's your spoil.
God designed that process, but I ain't really trying to just marinate in the juices with that shit. I'm good.
As long as you didn't dookie on him.
Listen, it's in there.
You
And then
dookie on him?
his dookie is in there. The baby's
Mm.
is in there. No, thank you.
Yeah, shit, you ain't never touched baby dookie before?
I'm sure some has got on my fingers from wiping. Listen, I had never even held a newborn baby prior to having my son.
Oh, goddamn.
They necks are loose. They be wobbly. They unstable. I don't want to hold your ass.
I come from a big family, so I held a lot of babies before I had mine.
Listen, no, I'm good. I still don't want to hold newborn babies.
And the crazy shit is I was more excited to be an uncle than a father.
Yeah, because you know you can get that motherfucker back.
Exactly. I used to be like, man, I can't wait to be an uncle. Nigga, that shit finna be the shit, nigga.
Listen.
I'ma ruin this little nigga.
It's totally different when you're not responsible day in and day out for that motherfucker.
Yeah, I became an uncle late than the motherfucker. I was sure hoping somebody have a kid, but I forgot I was the oldest. I'm like, shit. I'm gonna be a father first.
Yeah.
Even though being a father is super duper duper dope, but
Yeah, motherhood is amazing.
being an uncle, that shit was gonna be fucking fly as hell.
What did I do this weekend?
Celebrity shit.
Don't start that.
You was on fucking TV. We didn't talk about that shit on the fucking podcast. You was on TV. She was on a whole damn TV show on the stage in front of a live studio audience and some more shit.
Shout out to the Don Diva.
Exactly.
Thank you, gentlemen.
The celebritant,
You're welcome.
if you will.
Definitely not a celebrity.
We are not worthy.
Stop being.
It's humbling being in her presence.
Oh, wow. Y'all laying it on thick. Real thick.
There's no other way.
Man.
Thick. So this is what I will say. Thank you to Fox Soul. Thank you for the opportunity to be on the platform with other comedians. Bro, I'm not calling myself a comedian. I don't know. Like I've received a little bit of backlash from people like saying, "Oh, you've done a couple of shows." No. I'm very still versed in learning the craft and understanding it. I feel like I've been funny my whole life. I will say that. But it's a difference when you decide to grab that mic and stand up in front of people, and I respect that. But I am an actress. I'm an actress who's funny. And,
she just an overall bad motherfucker. That's what she is.
So
She's a bad motherfucker.
I look forward to working with Fox Soul again and bringing some ideas to the table.
God damn. See that? The motherfuckers was like, we need you on staff. Fuck all this shit, nigga. You did
Conversations
good.
were had afterwards.
Exactly. They like, nigga, we gonna need you to hang around for a minute. We need some ideas, Chelsea. We need you to put
Here
us on.
Here you go.
God damn it. Cause she tore that shit up, nigga. She did amazing.
Thank you, guys.
Every time I see her on stage, I'll be like, she's a bad motherfucker.
I can't.
Who was up on the panel? Was it CJ
Oh,
or
yes.
Chelsea?
Listen.
Chelsea.
Got it.
Chelsea Perry. The amazing
Shout
Chelsea
out to
Perry.
Charlie Wilson, Chris Nee, and Quentin the
comedian Charlie Wilson, not Uncle Charlie Wilson.
I say Uncle was
Uncle Charlie wasn't there. When she said Charlie Wilson, I said, oh shit, Uncle Charlie, I gotta watch this shit. Then I'm like, okay, who's this nigga?
No. And Claudia Jordan was there. She was super dope and super sweet too. You guys know Claudia?
No.
She's a pretty good person.
Who that?
She was a singer.
No.
Oh,
see.
Then I'm talking about something.
Oops.
She was on a couple of episodes. So she's done a lot of videos. She's always been around in the industry. She's done radio and TV before. She was on 2 seasons of Atlanta Housewives and serving Nene the bitch. She has a very slick mouth. But very funny, very pretty, and just was a down-to-earth spirit. So shout out to her too. As well as Maisha Wynn. Man, super sweet. Just, it's nice to be around other black women who are working in their craft, who are not like being shady or being like, it was just a good vibe and a good energy.
And shout out to White Jadena.
Who is White Jadena? Why do you keep
White
saying
Jadena.
that?
He was up on stage with you, Quentin. That's you called him?
His name is Quentin the comedian.
Quentin White Jadena. Shout out to White Jadena. He was giving some nice little quips.
Right. My mama was not here for Quentin, though. She was like, the rest of y'all was good, but where did y'all find him at?
White Jadena. Shout out to White Jadena. I like White
My mama
Jadena.
was not having it. Yeah, because he's very sarcastic.
Yeah.
I get why you like him.
I like that. I like that type of
You
humor.
didn't like him when,
No.
on this stand-up.
He was alright.
See? I told you he was funny.
Yeah, but shit. It
It's an
wasn't even
acquired
like
taste.
funny. Yeah, it was like,
His humor is an acquired
get it.
taste, for sure.
yeah.
So our social topic for this week is something that kind of transpired from me being on the TV show, but it just boggled my mind. Like, do we really view black men as weak once they've divulged that they've been sexually groped or touched inappropriately or something like that? Why is that viewed as weak, specifically in the black community? I don't understand.
As a man?
As a man, yes.
Like, you got sexually assaulted while you was grown.
Well, yes, that's what I mean. Not as a child, as an adult.
Because we don't play that shit.
That doesn't mean that it can't happen to you.
It can happen.
Right.
I've been groped by a woman. But if a man
does that make it
groped
okay? Okay, so if a man groped you, yes.
It'd be fucking problems.
It would be fucking problems, but you don't think you would still feel a way?
What you mean, away?
Like, what the fuck is going on that this man even felt comfortable? Everybody is not as physically sound or, into getting into a physical altercation. That doesn't make you less of a man because you don't want to fucking fight.
True. But it's
I don't
like,
think that makes you weak.
When I think about situations like that, it was something that you did that gave him the energy to feel like he was comfortable doing that.
No, that's like when you tell women, oh, because you had this outfit on, that's why I raped you. No.
But for a small white man to feel comfortable enough to touch a big black man,
no. Listen,
it was something you did or said that gave that nigga the green light to do that shit. I'm not saying what he did was right, but it was something that made him feel like doing that was the thing to do.
I don't think so, because then that takes the responsibility from that person away. You still have to be responsible. Like you're talking about a one instance, and I'm just talking about across the board. I don't give a fuck what I do. If I don't invite you to say, hey, you can touch me, or I touch you first, that doesn't make it okay.
It don't. It's not okay at all. But what I'm saying is, why the fuck did he feel comfortable enough to touch you like that? The dude who touched Terry Crews. So
now we're specifically talking. I'm not specifically talking about Terry Crews. He's bringing up the Terry Crews situation. Listen, it's a lot of weirdos in Hollywood. They don't need permission. They have power. So they use their power to intimidate and put you in these situations. So Terry Crews could have done nothing but been fucking Terry Crews. And this nigga, if he felt like he liked him, would have touched him because I'm a white man of power. I'm a white man of privilege. They don't need the go ahead for shit. They feel like the world is theirs any damn way.
Yeah.
So no, I don't feel
black
like
eye will be yours too.
I mean, I get that too. And like he said, he got him up off of him. That wasn't the issue. It was the issue now.
How did he get him up off of him?
I don't know. I didn't go.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, and that's the reason everybody's looking at Terry Crews sideways.
I'm not looking at Terry Crews sideways. Only reason we discussed this briefly before the show started, and my co-host brought up a valid point that he didn't say anything until the heels of this Me Too movement, which seemed to be an attack by Caucasian women on black men. And that's the problem with that you couldn't have said something earlier or at another time. It just seemed like, I'm not saying you did. It just seemed like you came on the heels of that shit.
It wasn't seem like, because he was having a discussion about it, and that's when he brought it up. It was matter of factly, like, since we're talking about it, I was attacked as well. That's how he came out of the closet on this shit. He said, oh, well, I too have been touched. Me too. He said that shit on Twitter. I'm like, nigga, what?
When he first, this is how I took it when he said it. I didn't take it as, oh, I'm trying to jump on the heels of the Me Too movement. I took it as, this also happens to men. And I'm going to be bold enough to say, as a big black man, because that's what we're looking at, size, which is irrelevant. But as a man, even the most of masculine appearing, that it can happen to you too.
Mm-hmm.
I've had people put me in weird ass, uncompromising ass situations. As gangster as you think you gon' be when a motherfucker try you, you don't know until it's just you and this motherfucker, and you be like, fuck. That's the first thing you think, like, how am I finna get out of this shit without, one, ruining my career, without, two, ruining everything that I've worked for. Like, this shit's not easy. Think about the grinding and things that we do now. We got to a certain level and then a motherfucker try you. Not even in a sexual way. Let's say another woman, knowing that you married, try you. And she say, oh, if you don't fuck me, I'm going to say you fucked me and I'm going to blast you and I'm going to ruin your whole shit. That's the kind of position that they put these people in. Things are at risk. And
shout out to Kevin Hart. Because somebody did that. He got in front of it. He said, hold on, let me go ahead and make this video. Because since the bitch finna come out and try to blackmail me, bitch, blackmail this.
David Letterman did the same thing. You can't, but my thing is that you got to be comfortable with now announcing your L. That's an even higher level. That's you doing the shit. I'm saying somebody lying on you. A woman cornering you and saying, bitch, if you don't. Kevin Hart fucked her willingly. That's a different situation. I'm talking about somebody putting you in some uncompromising ass shit and saying, nigga, if you want these podcast awards, if you want this shit to pop off like you really want it to pop off, you need to drop them draws.
Well, bitch, I'm going to continue driving these trucks and hope for the best. Because ain't no motherfucking way.
So I'm saying, some people, though, feel like, shit, I'm going to be blackballed. I'm going to be, that's why you got to understand what yours is.
UPS pays good money, dog.
It ain't even about the money. What is for you will be for you. Stay diligent on your path, trust in your talent, and keep on going.
And
you can't put me in no corner with no shit. No, don't let a motherfucker touch you, period. I don't like for motherfuckers to touch my arms without permission.
Exactly. And that's how I am. Like, I've said it more than once on this podcast. I don't like being fucking touched. So if a motherfucker touch me inappropriately, trust me, we gonna have something about it, and that shit gonna be instant.
I'm a touchy-feely person, but it's not finna be when I just met you. Like,
that too. And it's damn sure not finna be from a fucking strange man.
That part.
Like, ain't no fucking way. So, like, again, the fact that he took all that time to even mention the shit shows me, nigga, you wasn't tripping when it happened. You probably went home with your girl and was in the car like, baby, can you believe that nigga touched my fucking dick? And you left that shit alone. So then when the Me Too shit cracked off, all of a sudden,
because time passed, it's not legitimate.
Now I'm a victim.
So wait, no, go back. So because he let time pass, he's not legitimate.
No.
Do you know, we just talked about how embarrassing this shit would be. Y'all, DL and all these people that you just named, clown the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
So why
Because
would
he
I have
handled it
said
like a
anything?
sucker. Because if he'd have said that shit literally the next day, this motherfucker touched my penis.
Again, my career's at stake.
Mm-hmm. Nigga,
Why would I blast this big industry name?
why would you wait and then blast it anyway? It's at stake still.
Is it? I don't think it is
So
now.
you think is there a time limit on your career being at stake?
Oh, shit.
Exactly.
You see what happened to Bill Cosby. So, no, you can be at the end and not even doing shit and the motherfucker come out the woodworks on your ass.
Exactly. So if you was scared of the shit coming back on you, then why didn't you just keep that shit low forever?
My thing is, it wasn't a comeback on him. It was finding the space and the confidence and the courage to be able to say it. Sometimes it takes a while to be able to say certain shit. I've had shit that's happened in my life that when it happened, I couldn't talk about it. So now, 5-10 years later, I'm a little bit more confident with speaking on certain situations.
So he was more confident because a bunch of white girls said it.
I'm not saying what brought his confidence level.
Brought his confidence up.
That's your theory, but I don't have a problem with him waiting.
He said it in the tweet. We gonna after this show, we're gonna have to bring that shit up.
What?
All this Me Too shit, and then he said, "I too have been touched." Big bitch.
So when is it okay for a man to say somebody?
Right when that shit happened.
And only. So if he waits years, it's not okay.
No. The fuck was you waiting for?
Wow.
What the fuck was you waiting for?
It's not waiting for. I've been fucked up. It's just like some women who are in abusive relationships and they don't get comfortable to talk about it until years later. That shit fucks you up. It changes you.
His mental health don't look damaged in no fucking way.
Listen, we don't know this man days in and out. That's the thing with celebrities. I hate that part with people in general. And I'm not a celebrity at all. Yeah. But we look at these people as if they are exempt or fucking superheroes. These are regular fucking people that they happen to do this on TV and we see it. They're no different from you or I. So why do we feel like, oh, I got to run out here and say some shit and speak on it immediately when the average person who works the 9 to 5 don't do that shit? You've seen enough episodes of Law and Order SVU to know these motherfuckers be waiting 5 or 10 years to say something happened to them.
I don't watch the show, and I'm sure that's all women.
Okay. Assault is assault. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand, that assault is assault, whether it's a man or a woman.
Yeah, and if I'm assaulted, I'm going to assault you back. That's how I was raised. Nigga sexually assault me, I'm gonna physically assault you.
And I get it. You could have, the timing could have been a little different on the
especially exactly, nigga.
Just like because I don't like what they were doing with Bill, and I don't like how they're trying to make black men the face of that shit when it's really white men.
Because where's Weinstein at?
That
nigga,
part.
Where's Woody Allen in it?
That part.
Nigga, where's all these other white motherfuckers who done did all this shit?
Still living comfortably in their homes.
Say, them niggas is at the crib right now, still making movies.
And Bill is in a whole goddamn prison cell.
Because if y'all seen that movie Open Secret, which is about all these famous white dudes who've molested little boys, including Corey Haim and Corey Feldman.
Where can we see this documentary?
Vimeo. It's called Open Secret.
Open Secret.
They banned that motherfucker. They wasn't gonna put that shit in theaters and shit. But if you look on Vimeo, the movie is called Open Secret. And there's a lot of motherfuckers that are very powerful still today in Hollywood. That's some motherfuckers that ain't even that fucking powerful. None of these motherfuckers got convicted. And the reason it's called Open Secret is because everybody knows, but ain't nobody saying shit.
That's true. That's what I'm saying. It's a culture.
Yeah.
Everyone knows. So that's why I still applaud Terry Crews, even if it was on the heels of that shit. For you to be saying something that everybody knows and still won't say shit about.
I would have applauded him if he'd have said it when he felt it and not when the white girls made it comfortable.
I agree with that.
That was some sucker shit. Like, don't go after the white girls. Oh, the white girls are coming out. Let me go ahead and talk about my trauma. Nigga, get your big bitch ass out of here with that shit.
You don't think that's trauma?
What?
Being assaulted.
That's why you laughing now. Nigga, go ahead, spit it out.
Getting your genitalia fondled by another man is not. You don't think that's
If that's not what you want, it is.
The jail time I'm gonna get after putting his ass in the hospital, yeah, that'll be traumatic, nigga. It's gonna be hard for me to get another job after I get out.
After that, you known as the nigga who got his shit jiggled by another man.
Exact. That's another thing. See?
Hey.
See? See, there's no safe space for me in the come and talk about shit.
Man,
Hence why they hold it in.
I don't give niggas a safe space to touch me.
You don't need. Again, we just talked about power.
You could just be walking and somebody might be like them old scary movies. When niggas was like open nuts. When them niggas were hitting each other on the movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like, you could just be walking down the
open
street.
Cheek, nigga.
That shit happen, huh?
Open cheek. If you lean down to hit my nuts, all this.
Oh, okay.
Wide open.
Well,
Bow. Okay. Nigga, you going night, nigga. You go ahead and do that shit if you want to, nigga. I don't create the energy for a motherfucker to feel comfortable enough to do that.
Hey, some of these gays they're aggressive.
Even if they're not aggressive, you cannot. I don't know how many times I've not given a nigga energy and he still shot his shot. He still said whatever he was gonna say. I still had a nigga try to put his arm around me and gave him not one bit of energy, but he wanted to do that shit, so he did it. You don't have to.
And what was your reaction to that? Did you wait 2 years?
What do you mean? No, I'm
get your arm
good
from
at
around me,
ghosting people. So no, I don't try to make it awkward for people either because I know it takes a lot.
I do.
I know you.
You touch my dick, it's gonna be very awkward.
I've never had nobody try to grab my
you gonna wake up with a sore fucking jaw, and it's gonna be very awkward. Like, why the fuck am I on the ground?
Like, bro, you don't even know why you just got knocked out.
Exactly, nigga. The last thing I remember was seeing Young Dolemite walking past. Nigga, now I'm here. Looking at hospital lights and doctors.
You grabbed, he jabbed.
Exactly. Overhand right.
Really? What is love?
Huh?
What is love? That's what we're talking about today. Episode 38 on the Cat vs. Doc show is, what is love?
In the words of the great Sugar Free, two people feeling sorry for each other. Then hit divorce court to pay child support to your baby's mother. That's what Sugar Free said.
That is one of the most disrespectful definitions to one of the highest vibrations in life I have ever heard.
But honestly, I don't like love. It's such a broad thing because it's not an emotion.
What is it?
I kind of feel like love is. I think it's an energy.
Okay.
I wouldn't really call it an emotion or an action. Like people say, love is an action. Like, no, love is something that creates action. It's something that creates emotion. But it's not an action or an emotion. I feel like love is when another person's happiness causes your happiness. Like, your happiness is predicated upon whether or not that person is happy.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, but that's what I feel like love is. Love is fucking dangerous.
Love is dangerous.
So, how do you define love, CJ?
I agree with that. I feel like it is action, or it does cause action. But here's my thing. People will justify doing crazy shit and say, because I was in love. Do I feel like love is blind? No.
Love will blind your ass, though.
No, that's not love.
Yeah.
That's not what love is. Sometimes we're in deep lust and deep like with someone, and we think we love this person, but we really don't. What would I define love as? I'm not stumped, but it's very difficult to put in words. I will say that.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to put in words.
We should have looked that shit up in the dictionary.
Pull it up for us. Our producer Ben is going to pull it up. What does
Webster's definition of love?
What does Webster say love is?
But yeah, love
J. Cole had it on his album, and that's where, like, he was saying, and Erykah Badu spoke to this tons of times about that being like the two emotions of energy.
Yeah.
Okay. So Webster says love is a noun, a quality or feeling of strong or constant affection for and dedication to another.
Nah.
Okay, listen to this. Listen to definition number 2, and this is what motherfuckers get.
Hell no, that's lust. Go ahead.
That's it. Attraction based on sexual desire, the strong affection and tenderness felt by lovers.
But I love my mom, though.
It's a better word for love. What you know? What there's no word. I forgot what it is. It's. I want to say when I was in Spain, like they don't have the word love. It's something else. It's not another word.
Voulez-vous coucher avec moi? Or whatever the fuck.
I can't with you.
Are they boy?
I can't with you.
Is that what it is?
No.
Fucking.
No, but it's the word that they have is something like because it's
because
love is fleeting, right? Because I feel like people fall in and out of love with people. So then
I don't think you can fall out of love.
You don't think you can fall out of love?
Nah.
Let me think.
You can fall out of like. You can fall out of lust. I don't think you can fall out of love. I think if you fell in love in the first place, you always gonna love that person. Or at least have some form of love for that person.
You'll have some form of love for the person.
Like you might not still be sexually attracted, but you don't never want to see nothing bad happen to that person.
Well, I don't want to see nothing happen back to regular people. That don't mean I love them.
I don't know. I do. I love everybody.
Yeah, I love everybody, but you know what
Except
I mean.
the people who I want to see something bad happen to.
Who do you want to see something bad happen to?
Whack 100.
I would like something bad to happen to George Zimmerman.
Yeah, him too.
This thing is out here real disrespectful these days, but we're getting off topic. How do you know you in love?
I think it's pretty much like the definition that I gave.
What?
Shit, when their happiness is your happiness. Seeing them happy makes you happy. Seeing them sad makes you sad. But it's like I look at in love is something that you can't really put your finger on. Like what let me know I was in love with my wife no matter what she did. Like I still looked at her the same way. A lot of times when you just love a motherfucker, it's things they do that make you be like, you know what? I don't like this motherfucker no more. Like that shit never went away with my wife. Like it was shit that I seen that I didn't like and didn't give a fuck. Like I was just in love. Like, you know what? This is usually a deal breaker, but her, nah.
That's true.
I even love this flaw that pisses me the fuck off.
Mm-hmm. Unconditional.
Yeah.
I don't think humans are capable of unconditional love.
I can unconditionally love my kids.
I think
my son could shoot me in the face and I still love him.
Well, you think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. Lauryn Hill has something about unconditional love, and I feel that way. And this is not, I'm not being shady, but just in an open moment right here. Like, I'll use our podcast as an example. Brought up in a Christian, very holy household, this, and this, right? My mom hates our show because we cuss and sometimes we use a certain type of language, and you know, and my thing is I feel like you can dislike something, but it interrupts how she'll deal with me. And that's like, I'm your daughter. There should be an unconditional love there no matter what I'm doing. And my thing is, it's not like I'm on Fig and 37 selling that thing to the highest bidder. I'm on a podcast talking shit. Like, and really giving out jewels, no lie, for people to go out and not make the same mistakes over and over again.
Bars, bitches.
But if you get caught up in some 4-letter words that we don't, and who decided that these words were cuss words? We don't even understand the origin of language, truly and honestly. But do I still love my mother even though she's that way? Yes.
Yeah. Unconditional.
I think it speaks a lot to when you are able to continue to love someone in a very genuine way when you find the things about them that you don't like.
Yeah. I think that's in love. Because I've loved girls a lot of times.
Yeah.
Like, I really loved them, but I wasn't in love. Like, in love is with your heart.
Yeah.
Like, it's beyond shit that your brain can comprehend.
Man, I've been in love to the point where I spent literally my last $10. Like, my account is empty. I have literally a 5 and 5 1s in my motherfucking purse. And I'm going to spend 8 of them on you.
Yeah,
That
that's love.
shit, it was like I gotta fucking love you for this shit.
But see, I think that's love. In love is difficult. A lot of times it's difficult to what would you call that shit, to define, because I see a lot of motherfuckers go, but some people just love hard.
What does that mean? Because men are always used like women love hard and men don't love like women love, and that's why women can take a man back after he cheats. Like that's some type of broad ass excuse for that shit.
I look at loving hard is you being willing to do a lot more than the average motherfucker based on your feeling of love for a person.
Okay, because I feel like people who quote unquote genuinely love hard don't love that often. And I think I'm one of those people. I can love you, but like in love with you, ain't gonna be for everybody. Because I've dated niggas in longer relationships who I wouldn't give $5 to. But this particular person, and my thing is also knowing that it would have been reciprocated. That's a huge part of too of finding a balanced place of love. When you feel like you can be your full, complete self, and this motherfucker got you like you got them, you gonna go to the end. And I feel like that's money can't buy that. Nothing can create, like that's just something that's created between you and this other human being. Period.
But I just feel like that's in love. That means you don't love hard. That means that when you in love, because in love is hard, period. If you in love with a motherfucker, you gonna go hard, even if you don't love hard. Some motherfuckers love hard is like people with a short fuse. Like, you got people who you step on their shoe and they go all the way big. You bump their shoulder, they go all the way big. They go all the way big over everything.
That's not love hard.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's when you tripping.
Some motherfuckers is crazy. Like,
that's the insecure part that you're hiding behind and saying, because I love you, that's why I went through all your text messages and I'm in the bushes trying to see where you at and I'm following you and shit. No, that's insecurities.
And that's what they call loving hard.
No, that's not what I call loving hard.
Being highly passionate. They call that loving hard.
No, I'm a passionate person. I'm not hiding in nobody's bushes. I have one through a phone. But it wasn't big. I didn't justify that behavior because of love. I justified that behavior because, nigga, I'm nosy.
But shit, like,
and you left it open.
I had an ex, when we first got together, she went to the mall, bought me shoes, and she didn't have no whole gang of money. She didn't buy me a bunch of shit because she was balling. Mm-hmm. She just felt like, oh, I'm already in love with this nigga. She went and bought my mom something for her birthday. Like, she was going all the fuck out. Like,
is that love though? Because I'm buying you stuff.
But shit, it was more than that. Like, me and her was together maybe a month. She moved out of her mom's house, got an apartment, and we moved in together because I got kicked out of my mom's shit.
No,
like
y'all just moving fast.
But that's what I'm saying though. Like, but that's what people call loving hard. Like, doing shit out of emotion that is above and beyond what the average person do. That's what people call loving hard. I'm not saying that that's the proper definition, but that's what people call loving hard. Oh, I go crazy if you don't answer my text. I love hard.
That's why let's redefine that shit today as insecurity. And you tripping.
That's possible.
And I think too, when you're younger, love grows and evolves.
Puppy love.
What would you call that? Because y'all were younger, that y'all were in. I wouldn't even say puppy love. It's just different. What you come to know genuine love to be is different at 20, different at 25, and different at 30.
I look at puppy love as just being smitten. Like,
that's
young
high school
kids,
shit.
That first motherfucker who you, oh, this is the love of my life. I can't believe at this age, I'm 15, this is who I'm gonna marry. Like,
I did that shit.
You be 15 years old thinking you gonna marry this motherfucker. Like, we Romeo and Juliet, I'll die for you. Like, nigga, you ain't even really bust no real nuts yet. Nigga, you ain't in love with this motherfucker. Like, that's part of the difficulty of raising a daughter. Like, remembering being that age and remembering how little girls was thinking they was in love with your stupid ass when you was that age. Like, this bitch really thought we was in love. And then thinking in the future, my daughter is going to feel like that about one of these little nappy-headed niggas. And there's going to be nothing that I'm going to be able to tell her to make her believe that that's some bullshit.
Nothing. There's nothing. Because I was engaged my senior year. You couldn't tell me that we weren't going to be together forever.
God damn. And see, this is what I'm saying.
You could not
was that the
tell
last
me.
episode we had when we was talking about not trusting your daughter's choices of boys?
Listen, he was a great guy. Listen, no, we did not end up being together only because I joined the Navy. I think had I never joined the Navy, we would have definitely got married.
It's possible.
Yeah, but he was like, you need to go.
That's not to say that it would have lasted.
True.
Because, you know, like I tell motherfuckers all the time, with getting married young, y'all don't know who y'all gonna be in 10 years. Just because y'all compatible right now don't mean y'all gonna be compatible in 10 years. This motherfuckers got married at 30. And by 35 and 40, they was two completely different fucking people. Like, people learn and grow at different paces.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. Like, where you are at 20, where you are at 25, and then who you are at 30, like, love grows and evolves. And it's crazy because I can remember having a conversation with pretty much just a group of fellas when I was in the Navy. And this Spanish guy was like, I'd rather be respected than loved in my relationship. And he was Latin. And I was like, I just think tripping. Love is everything. You gotta love the motherfucker. Gotta this, gotta that. But now, as a 30-plus grown-ass adult, I feel like respect is so much more important than love. I'd rather a motherfucker respect me than love me almost. Because when you genuinely respect somebody, there is certain shit you won't do. When I respect elders and older people. So when I come around them, it's certain things I don't say. I clean up how I do, you know, how I'm going to speak and just how I move because I respect them. So when you respect a woman, it's like, now you could have the opportunity to cheat, but you like, I respect this motherfucker. I'm not going to do this because I know this, this, and this. Love go in and out. Motherfuckers say all day I love you and will cheat on you with whoever. So I think the respect and love go hand in hand. You need to be with somebody who does both.
Or somebody who's at least respectful enough to be discreet about it.
No, my nigga, that's a sneaky nigga.
Hey.
That's not okay.
Hey, motherfuckers cheat. Just be respectful enough not to get caught.
No, that's not respecting me that you were being sneaky.
Yeah, some motherfuckers make
mistakes. How is that respect?
Huh?
How is that respect? Yes, you can make a mistake. I'm not saying that you should dissolve your relationship because of cheating. If you want to thug it out, do your thing. But I'm saying I don't think there's no level of respect once you've done it.
No, I ain't gonna say that. Didn't Jay-Z cheat on Beyonce? You think he don't respect Beyonce?
I think he lost some respect for her, and she lost some respect for him too.
Some.
Yes.
But they still respect each other.
Some.
Because they're in love.
Some.
But it's
different. You've got to work a little harder. Now, like you said, you have to rebuild that trust. You've got to rebuild that respect. Yeah. You've got to go back in and diligently work on the relationship because, my nigga, you out here doing shit that's disrespectful.
But I don't think he loved Beyonce no less when he was doing that shit. That's the reason 444 came out. You don't do 444 if you like, oh, I don't respect her. If he didn't respect her when he got caught, he'd have kept that shit pushing.
What does him doing an album have to do with the relationship? I don't give a fuck if he did 444 or not. We wouldn't even have to do a 444 had you kept your dick in your pants. So, yeah,
but he did. He showed in his art, in his way of expressing himself, that was his way of getting back, of including shit we didn't see. Because we don't know what all he did in order for them to get back together.
Right.
But I'm sure he didn't just say, hey, I made this CD. You gonna get back with me or no?
Right.
Like, I'm sure he did a whole lot to try to rebuild that trust.
Should.
And the art that he created. I'm just using 444 as just showing that in his way of showing his remorse for what he did an album to pour his heart out publicly to let everybody know.
Pour his heart out?
Hell yeah.
I don't think it was a pour his heart out.
Have you ever heard Jay-Z before 444?
Yes. I'm a fan. I have
like his albums.
Listen, I've got posters of Jay-Z. I'm a huge fan. But here we go. These are everyday, regular fucking people. Mm-hmm. I don't give a fuck about you. You make albums for a fucking living. Mm-hmm. So if you're trying to rebuild and reestablish trust, respect, and love in our relationship, that's in-house. That's day in, that's day out. I don't care nothing about you releasing no product to the masses about what's going on. Because she had already done hers, though. You know what I'm saying? I really felt like 444, as dope as it was just in response to what she had already released.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So she told her side. Now I'm going to tell my side. The people can decide whatever they want from there on. And he did tell us more than, what we had knew or anything that Beyonce had even mentioned. But I just, like you said, okay, yeah, it was great that you did it. It was cute. Thanks. But the best apology, the best foundation to rebuild something like that is change behavior. And I don't give a damn about this album.
He did that too.
I don't know what he's done.
And that's the reason that that's how they express themselves, through music. So he expressed through music, this is what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
So shit, he respected her enough to do that, because he could have just let her walk the fuck away. When I don't respect a woman, if I cheat,
that's
get
pride.
Caught, bitch, bye.
Niggas will love a woman but don't want to swallow their pride enough. That's another thing that will suffocate the shit out of love, is your pride and unwillingness to admit when you're wrong. Had he let her walk away, my nigga, like he said, he would have only been hurting himself. He would have been toe down and toe the fuck up that you lost somebody who was willing to go toe to toe for you in your corner. When you lose a motherfucker like that, you're going to be fucked up.
Yeah, but he loved and respected her, so he changed his behavior.
Didn't. I'm just saying he lost. My point is, you lost some respect on both ends for them with your behavior. But
basically, you said that if you cheat on a person, you don't respect them.
I'm saying there's a loss of respect, or either my thing is maybe your pride is so high that you just feel like you elevate upside the rules of the relationship because you know that shit wasn't cool.
Yeah, he knew, but most people know, and they still do it. But that don't mean that they don't respect you or love you. Just, motherfuckers just make mistakes. I'm not even justifying it. I'm just saying.
You are justifying. That's exactly what you're doing.
What, saying that motherfuckers make mistakes?
Yes.
No, shit. I've made mistakes. I've pissed my mom off. I still love my mom. I still respect my mom. But I still.
And then sharing your whole body with somebody else is two different levels, sir.
Man, getting put on a game. You still love your mama. It's something that your mama probably never wanted you to do, but you do it. A lot of niggas in prison love their mama to death, but they did something that their mama didn't raise them to do.
Listen, that's your journey and your path. That's the difference between joining up with somebody and being in a relationship. Yes, my son is definitely going to do some shit that's going to piss me off, and I'm not going to lie. That's different. That's his journey and his path. He's got to do that. Us being in a relationship, you don't have to cheat on our journey and our path.
Shit, you don't have to shoot a motherfucker, but people do it. People make mistakes.
Listen, that analogy, it doesn't even go to this.
It does.
It doesn't.
It does. A lot of the shit that you do to piss your parents off, it took effort to do. And you knew you loved your parents, but you did something.
But did you do it in the mindset of, okay, I'm doing this to piss them off? No.
Just like cheating. You not fucking another bitch like, this is gonna piss her off. I don't think Jay-Z was fucking homegirl like, B gonna be pissed, but fuck that bitch.
I bet that was the first thing he thought about right after that nut came. Fuck. Because that niggas who cheat, that's the first thing. Fuck. Now you can think clearly because you done released the shit out your dick. Great.
Yeah, not all niggas. Some niggas are savage.
When you can, that's what I'm saying. When you care about the person, now you can see what the mistake you fucking made doing that shit for 30 seconds of pleasure. Stop.
Yeah. But what that got to do with the
however long it lasts.
Yeah, but like that's not like, oh, if they cheat they don't respect you and all that type of shit. Like,
okay, let me edit the phrase for you. You lose some respect, but I don't feel like you respect me as enough to keep from hurting me. Like, that's my thing. The respect going along with the hurt. You know I'm gonna be fucking hurt if I find out. You know I'm going to be distraught. You know the relationship is not going to I feel like, yes, you can rebuild trust and this and that. That shit takes so much time. Now I'm paranoid. And I don't think men should be always held accountable for the way that women act and respond. But if you've been cheating on this motherfucker and this motherfucker decide to stay with you, don't be tripping when they ask you 100 times where you going or where you been, because you have created a space and energy of mistrust and distrust.
That's why.
Once you get taken back, that shit goes out the door.
But it can be difficult. No, I don't think you should bring it up and hold it over this nigga head like, nigga, is the bitch there? Is
Rashonda there too? That bitch in the bathroom?
That's petty
that
shit.
That bitch at that club? That bitch at your job?
That's petty.
Oh, you going to work, huh? That bitch up there waiting for you.
Exactly. No, I'm not that. That's exactly. She shouldn't do that. But I'm saying if she asks you where you going, and then if there's some hesitation or you slow or you respond with, God damn, why you asking me? My nigga, I'm asking you because you be out here cheating. The fuck?
God damn. Cheaters.
So just answer the question. Help her rebuild the trust in you is what I'm saying.
Yeah, because like that.
No.
I posted that shit on Twitter like 9-10 years ago. Like, nigga, I'd rather have to, like, trip on my wife about where she been at than her having to ask me where the fuck I been at.
Okay, meaning?
Like, a lot of times, like, because, like, with basically the point I was illustrating was, like, niggas is like, why the fuck is you nagging me about where the fuck I'm at all the time? Like, why you asking me where I'm going? I'd much rather my wife be badgering me about where the fuck I been at than to have to ask her where the fuck she been at all night. Like, that's a scary question to have to ask your girl. Like, your girl coming in the house at 3 a.m. and didn't tell you where she was at. That's fucking scary.
Is it?
That's a fucking nightmare. Yeah. Niggas don't want to admit that shit, but nigga, imagine your girl come in the house drunk and you like, where the fuck you been at? And she tell you, why? Nigga, what the fuck you tripping off, nigga? Why you worry about where the fuck I been at all night?
I think it's a lot of people.
Yeah, like exactly, nigga.
Like
you don't want that shoe on that foot. That's a hard motherfucking conversation. Niggas wouldn't want to talk about that shit. Like, nigga, what if your girl came in the house stumbling drunk 3 in the motherfucking morning? Nigga, would you be cool with that shit? Like, a lot of the shit that we do and be mad at our girl for tripping, nigga, we would not want to have that. We wouldn't want her to turn around and do that same shit to us.
Exactly.
We'd be sick as a motherfucker.
Niggas won't put up with that as long as women.
And no, they won't.
But that's why I always say that women stronger than men.
That's not that we're stronger. We're retarded.
God damn.
We're
That's
retarded.
Y'all mentally
That's strong. Yeah, that's strong. Because this shit that y'all could take and get over, and the relationship will still turn around and be strong, that we'll let the whole relationship go behind.
I've never had anyone physically cheat on me, and I don't think that I could be okay with that. I would want to say that I would, because I don't think that's a reason necessarily to dissolve the relationship. I don't. But I just don't know.
But yeah,
and it creates and a lot of women won't admit this, and I hate that we do this as women. Men don't realize this shit. After she get through cussing you out and all this old bullshit, then she begins to internalize and say, what was wrong with me? What do I not have? What am I lacking? What am I this? That you would do that shit. Even though Beyonce went through some shit like that. Like, my nigga, I'm Beyonce. And you still out here cheating?
You just
the
wasn't
fuck?
there at the time.
Exactly. But we don't look at it like that. So it's like, don't send her down that road. Because she's got to rebuild herself now because of some shit you did.
My favorite advice to my homeboys when they get married, jack off. A lot. Whenever you get that feeling that you need to hit somebody up or slide in their DM, jack off.
If that's what it takes, then that's what it takes.
That post-nut clarity be like, I don't even want to hit this bitch up. I'm cool. I'll wait for my wife to get home.
The power of the post-nut clarity deserves to be on a t-shirt.
Yep. Jack off, nigga. You be like, y'all finna hit her up. Nah, you know what? Fuck that bitch.
Can you buy love?
What you do when you still want to hit her up after that?
Jack off again. Shit. Reconsider, nigga.
Yeah,
shit.
If you love her.
After you jack off, if you still want to hit the other bitch up, you might want to reconsider your girl.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
You might want to reconsider the relationship you in. Nigga. You might be on some Usher shit.
Yeah.
You want to lead the one you're with. Like, god damn.
Can you buy love?
Hell no.
You can't?
No, not at all.
What are you buying then?
Fucking possible.
What are you buying when people spend a whole bunch of money and now the
logic?
Person, you're buying logic?
Yeah. You're buying mental love. Like, some motherfuckers are with a person because it's a smart thing to do. Like, I'm with her because she pays the bills, or vice versa. I'm with him because he got a stable job. He takes care of me. He buys me things. I know I'm going to be financially stable if I fuck with this man. But the nigga who I'm in love with is in jail right now. So I'm going to just deal with this nigga who's doing well financially because he's cool. You know, we get along all right. So I'm just going to fuck with him.
That's buying love?
Yeah. That's not buying love. That's buying logic. That's buying a mental love.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, say a nigga...
Can you make a motherfucker fall in love
with
money? No.
Yes.
No.
But it seems to be happening. I see it all the time here in LA.
It's not happening.
I do.
Who?
women who are with men just because they're rich.
Exactly. That's not in love. That's,
what is that?
That's that shit we talked about. What?
But they married them.
Yeah.
They married them.
Didn't we talk about this 3 or 4 episodes? They settled. They settled on a rich nigga. They know it's somebody they in love with, but they settled. They said, this is the smart way to go because he's rich and I'm going to be straight. So I'm going to marry him because I'm going to be financially straight. Even though there's probably somebody who they in love with that's not doing so hot, they fucked with this motherfucker because they know that shit, the bill's always going to be paid. So I'm going to fuck with this person. But that's not in love.
I'm trying to fathom the situation of when you're in love with someone, but knowing that they would not be able to be a good provider. Like, is all of that not taken into consideration when falling in love with somebody? Or is that just purely just the energy? Or is that lust that you're covering as love?
No.
Energy.
Yeah, because trust me, like, I'm sure my wife could have somebody with more money and I could have somebody with more money, but I'm in love with my wife. Even if my wife wasn't having money or none of that type of shit, I would still be in love with her, literally no matter what.
Okay.
I could have had women who were doing better financially than my wife, but I was in love with her. Like, I was in a relationship with somebody at the time I met my wife. I left somebody who I was living with to get with my wife.
Did she know that you were talking to somebody else?
No.
Okay.
But I told her. Like,
Okay.
shit, I moved out with the girl who I was with to approach my wife.
But
So
you
I
made that
wasn't
decision
cheating.
because you wanted to, not because of her.
What you mean? Because of the ex?
Yes.
Nah, me and the ex was straight.
I,
She busted my tires out my car. She busted my window. She acted a motherfucking fool because I literally was like, this ain't finna work. She was like, the fuck you mean it ain't finna work? We was chilling. We was kicking it. Everything was going okay. And I was like, yeah, this ain't it, Chief. I'm gonna go ahead and move out.
Wasn't no calm before the storm.
it was calm. He said
Nigga,
everything
I
was
was
good.
calm. She was storming.
I'm trying to think like I'm glad. Hear me out, like, because your wife listens. So not no disrespect. I just don't understand that.
In love ain't something that could be explained.
But you had
logically.
just met your wife. Like, you didn't know her.
In love. Fell in love.
So you fell in love with her. How? You don't know her.
Hey, I don't know. It's not to be explained. I was in love.
A lot of times, love just appear.
I believe it just appears, but it happens over. And this is my thing. I'm not saying that you have to know a motherfucker for years or months or anything like that. Like, for me, it has been 2 months with certain people, 6 months with certain people. Like, it varies, right? Mm-hmm. But you still would have to have spent time and energy with this person for that connection to be like, damn, I don't want to go a day without talking to this motherfucker. So I'm saying, you ain't spent no time with her.
But he was around. You was around.
Yeah,
her.
I would see her.
Yeah,
you would see her. The fuck?
Sometimes you see. You heard of love at first sight.
I don't believe in that shit. That's like
true.
at first
Happened
sight.
to me.
No.
I liked her enough to get rid of a woman who was taking care of me, literally. I had a job and this girl was taking care of me.
So I had a homegirl just do the same situation. She had a nigga who was breaking her off big bread, right? She got rid of that nigga to be with this other nigga who don't even have no fucking job. Like, he's a street hood nigga. But she loves that nigga.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm saying. That there's not always logic with love. I get that. But my thing is, she also has 7 years invested in this street nigga. You know what I'm saying? But she also knows, like, he be in and out on some other shit. So she dates other guys, and that's how she met this person. Wasn't no time spent with this dynamic. And that's why it's hard for me to fathom love on a foundational level, because y'all ain't spent no time. And it doesn't have to be a certain, like I said, amount, because it can just happen that way.
It was at first sight.
I can't remember.
I was like, that's the one. There she go.
There's a lot of
right
people
there.
that's like that. Like,
I was like, I'm finna marry her.
Who said that? So
Michael Jordan?
No, there was another celebrity who said that about Cynthia Bailey.
Oh, whoever that
the
is.
one who has she's a model. You know Cynthia Bailey?
Oh,
nope.
Yeah. She be on the TV show.
Yeah. She was engaged to Leon, and they have a daughter together. And he said when he saw her, he was like, that's my wife. Mind you, they ain't together now. But that's what he said to himself.
She was at one point.
We are.
She was.
Shit.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. No, I wasn't saying it in like a disrespectful way.
It's not to be explained. Like I was telling my cousin, like, nigga, you know you in love when you love them for nothing. If you can put your finger on why you love somebody, you might not be in love with them. Like, oh, I love her smile. Oh, I love her sense of humor. Like, my wife, it ain't nothing I can put my finger on. Whether she laughing or pissed, I'm still in love with it.
I think you're going to always be in love with a person, but I think there ought to be some attributes that you can say, this is what built to the emotion of that.
No, because if that goes away, then the love will go away.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. And remember, my thing is not external things, internal things. The core of who you are, for the most part, doesn't even vary like we think it does. You grow smart. Well, you should gain knowledge, become wiser, smarter in your decision making as you become older. But the core of, I feel like, your heart and who you are does not vary that much as you become older. So you should be able to articulate that I love this person because blah, 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 blah. What? If you can't tell me at least 3 things, and I don't mean nothing about this outside, because you're right. Teeth could fall out, face gonna get wrinkly, ass gonna get saggy for sure. But I need you to say, because I know your loyalty is there. I like the type of mother that you are to your child. Like, these are the things that I have heard that when a nigga say okay, great, that's real. Because I'm gonna always be a good mother to my son. I'm always gonna be loyal if I rock with you. What?
I didn't know none of that. Still fell in love.
Right, it's different, and we said that it's different for different people, for sure. It's different. It's whatever works for you.
Yeah, because all the shit that you can name, a lot of times that's how motherfuckers fall in love with superficial shit.
But none of those things, loyalty is not superficial.
Yeah, but some motherfuckers love your sense of humor.
Oh,
and then something happened and you ain't cracking all them fucking jokes like you used to, and motherfuckers fall out of love. Like, when we got together, you used to be so goofy and you used to be so spontaneous.
Yeah.
We used to go on so many dates and have fun and have long conversations. Motherfuckers get older and mature and they like, nigga, I ain't into that goofy shit no more. I don't want to crack no fucking jokes.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. Like, some shit, even though it ain't physical or superficial, people change. People grow out of certain shit. Like, I might get to a point where I don't feel like fucking cracking jokes no more. I don't feel like being funny right now. Because a lot of motherfuckers will fall in love with a person because they're funny. A lot of times, some motherfuckers are just funny in certain settings. Like, I might be break room funny. I might been the class clown in the break room. And you was like, oh, that nigga used to be so funny. We be sitting in the break room. He be cracking jokes. And then when we sitting in the living room, I ain't got time for that shit. I'm trying to watch this documentary.
It's a time and a place for everything.
True.
I get what you're saying, but that's just time and place. If you're a funny person, you're going to be a funny person the day you die. I'm going to be 99, still talking shit, still being funny, and so are you. You still going to be sarcastic as hell, nonchalant about most shit. That's just who you, that's what I'm saying. That's the core of who you are. Now, you can't rest the whole relationship on that. And like you said, dates and shit. Don't start shit if you're not going to finish it, especially with women. If we start out doing dates and having this and that, 5 years from now, we should still be going on dates and hanging out with one another. That's you getting lazy. That's not me resting our love on that. That's my nigga. You're losing interest. Something is happening. What's going on? That's an indicator of somebody ain't as involved as they used to be.
But that's some motherfuckers falling in love with certain shit that they feel is what the person is, and it's not.
Yeah, I get you.
Like,
I hear you.
Motherfuckers fall in love with shit. Some motherfuckers fall in love because the sexual chemistry is so strong. Or they feel like they fell in love.
A lot
Let
of
me
people.
not say they fall in love. They fell in deep like because the sexual chemistry was there.
I'm guilty of
like,
that.
Nigga, oh, it was fireworks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, everything was fucking perfect. Like, and, you know, that's what I mean by love blind motherfuckers. Like, it's certain shit that you feel like is love, but it ain't. It's some bullshit. Yeah. Like, motherfuckers feel like they in love because, oh, he's so cool and funny and all this shit. And really, motherfucker just an asshole. But you thought it was funny at first because y'all was smitten with each other. Then it's just like the newlywed honeymoon stage. Like, when everything is cute when y'all first start fucking around, and then it becomes annoying after a minute. Like, you know what? It ain't so fucking cute that when you burp after dinner no more. At first, I used to think that shit was funny. A lot of shit that a motherfucker do when y'all first start talking, you think is fucking cute. And then it's like, all right, motherfucker, you should have grew out of this shit by now.
But that's not love. Like, if you fall, that to me, that goes to what I'm saying with not falling in love at first sight. Because you ain't had time to get past that initial I'm smitten with them ass phase to know that you genuinely in love. My thing is, times that I have said I'm in love with a nigga, he done already pissed me off 1 or 2 times. So I know how I'm going to react. I know that I still want to rock with this person. We done been through some shit. I'll tell anybody. That love shit, yes, you want to feel that energy and that vibe, but y'all really need to go through a situation, just one, to see how you gonna respond and see how that person respond and see if what y'all really have can get past that. That's love. I ain't talking about, oh, I think this is cute and this and that. No, that's beginning ass shit in any relationship.
Yeah.
No. Wait till your kid piss you off. Like, that's an even test of your love, and especially as they become older and they think they know everything and what they're trying you, especially when you can see it. Especially, here's the difference with adults, we're all grown ass people, right? But with a child, you can see the mistakes they finna make and they still don't listen to you.
Yeah. But you still love them unconditionally. Yeah. Like, no matter what these little motherfuckers do, you love them.
So, well, be selective with your love.
Yeah, that's how motherfuckers fall into shit. Because just like how we had a hard time defining love, a lot of motherfuckers don't know what love is.
Well, you had a good definition.
Well, y'all motherfuckers run this motherfucker back to the beginning, use that, and fall in love based on that shit.
There you go.
We got a bonus?
Got a bonus.
No bonus.
God damn.
Ben!
It was a slow week.
God
I thought that's what you was over there doing.
I was trying to find something. I was over here looking like a motherfucker.
Make up some old shit.
Right, make up some shit.
Do you think Aaron Burr really killed Alexander Hamilton?
Well, have you guys heard of the Pizzagate before?
No, what's Pizzagate? I take it you have.
You know about Pizzagate?
Wasn't it like some molestation shit?
Yeah. It was a molestation in D.C.
Yeah.
They had a pizza parlor. They had these little, I guess, little logos to let you know. They're all over. It's logos there that they put there to let you know this is where it go down there with the kids and molestation. And
why is it called Pizzagate?
Because it's having a pizza
parlor. They went out the pizza shop.
Yeah.
So, but were they also selling pizza in there?
Yeah, it's
they were selling pizza out the front and molesting boys in the back.
But
yeah, no pun intended.
Yeah.
But I'll just drop that on y'all for y'all.
Little boy butts.
Y'all look into that. Google it, the Pizzagate.
Yeah, I'm not Googling that shit. I know about it. It's gross.
Well, for those that don't know.
That's sad. The
innocence. I'm gonna say, nigga, that was a bonus. Nigga just brought up some weird shit, nigga. Ended the show.
Today's cat versus dog winner is
Young Dolemite.
Young Dolemite.
God damn. Da-da-da-da-da. Just for nothing.
For nothing.
Yeah, this has been another episode of the Cat vs. Dog podcast with me, Young Dolemite, and my lovely co-host CJ, and the super producer Ben Reddy.
Yep.
If you would like to support us financially, it's patreon.com/Townhouse Media, Town E House Media. Check out all the Townhouse Media podcasts. Seriously, none other podcasts Friday nights, 9 p.m. Yeah, starting in February.
Yeah, that's over.
Yeah, might be changing the name.
Yeah.
Still looking for a co-host, are we?
Maybe.
Possibly looking for a co-host.
Possibly.
Put your bid in anyway. DM at the real Ben Ready or Townhouse Media now.
At gmail.com.
All that good shit. Email, DM, anything. Nigga, just hit one of us up. Check out the No Rules podcast Wednesday evenings at 5 p.m. Pacific. No Rules with a Z at the end. Of course, Cat versus Dog podcast, because we up in this motherfucker Sundays, 3-ish, 3:30, 3:25, sometimes 4. Might be a different time, but we always available on all streaming platforms.
All streaming platforms.
And the Too Much Game podcast.
Too Much Game.
5, supposedly. But, maybe after that motherfucker might be late too. But check that motherfucker out. You got any words to close this, CJ?
Love who you love.
Alright. See you motherfuckers next week.
Out.